up, guys? Pang here. We're about to create a character on Life is Feudal. And man, it, life is feudal. I've been playing this on well, this server on another character. Um, working, he's a digger. He's a digger. I got him up some mining. I got him in the fourth tier jewel crafting. But I can't do anything else because all the skill points that you are allowed to spend on skills basic is basically sucked up with that tree. So I'm creating a new tune. Life is Feudal, and I thought I would share it with you guys. This game is just very, very grindy, but very rewarding. The things you do in the game, other people can see on their mini maps. I mean that alone, terraforming the land, creating roads. The roads pop up. If it's the roads are big enough, they pop up on the map, and other people playing on the server can see those roads and those terraforming and the walls you built up on their map. It's an ever-changing world as more and more people play on the server. So I'm going to go ahead and create another tune because I would like to explore other aspects of the crafting skills. Um, but I'm thinking nature's lore for this guy. So artisan, I don't know. I guess I can't really get that artisan to go away, huh? Let's see if I can change the race. Oh yeah, look at that art. Nature's lore went up to 30 as a slabbard. See, I want to be a male.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
Oh,
I see you. You are a dead man. You are marked.
that sounds kind of childish.
You are a dead man.
That sounds like he's a European
I
dude.
see you.
I like him.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
You can run, but you cannot hide. Slabbard, yes, Mel. We need a name, don't we? What can we put for a name in this guy? You can't randomize it, can you? Of course not. Why would that make it that easy to randomize a name? So, Pain Gaming Game Pain Scam. Yeah, why not? I think that's my other Tunes family name. Pangs Gam. That works. Appearance settings. I'm just gonna randomize this. Let's not make him a creepzoid or anything. Yeah, I guess facial features. Yeah, let's kind of randomize that. Oh, he's got hair. Oh, wow. He's a skinny, scrawny little dude, isn't he? Oh, 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 hello, hello, hello. Oh, I think I like that one probably the best. Facial hair, no, maybe. Oh, yeah. Hair color, kind of liking that. Body features, ooh, that's kind of random. Skin tone, only three. Tributes. Good question. I might just leave these as the default because all this shit goes up anyway. Well, intellect maybe. You can't. It's 15. Yeah, you know what? Just leave it at 15. Crafting skills. I want nature's lore. Um, I don't really care about. Why was construction? That's like a tier two. So tier two, because the first three tiers is artisan, nature's lore, and hunting. I want this guy to be nature's lore, maybe, farming, cooking, stuff like that. So, combat skills. Let's see. I don't want assaulter. Footman, maybe? Yeah, let's just do 55 points in footman and see what that looks like. Pangs Gam. Pangs Gaming. Hey, get it, get it, get it? Yeah, uh-huh, I know. Why not? It's for YouTube purposes, right? You never know. Someone in the game might see the names like, I know you. I know you. You just never know. Might get famous. Might get famous. Now, running. Holy crap, this map is so damn big. Last on my main, my first tune, I spawned on the southern end of the map, and we actually have a base location set up in the extreme north. And it literally took me 5 hours to get up there. 5 hours to get to the base. But, everyone starts out here. This is the Newbie Island. We can fish, but I don't have any fishing pole. Let me get out of this water real quick. Everyone starts on in this new tune. You basically need to run for this blue shaft of light. There's an NPC there. They call him um, the ferryman. And that's where you choose what server you can go play on. This is just Noob Island. You hit M to bring up the map. If it loads, see the map there. Noob Island. Ferryman's right here. Oh, I can't zoom. That's it for the zoom, huh? That's terrible. But straight ahead, right where we're looking, it's a blue light. There's actually people who live on Noob Island. They're not on the regular server. They live here on this Noob Island. I've seen posts about silver deposits around this mountain and whatnot, but I don't want to stay on Noob Island. I want to move onward to the main servers. Now, inventory brings up your inventory. You start out with some North Rags. Right click to equip. Start out with some food. Fried salmon. Wow, that's it, huh? One chunk of food. I mean, it's level 50. That's what that 50 and the star there's for. So it's level 50. So it will actually probably feed me a good half of my food. These are your bars. This is your health bar. There's actually two bars for each one of these. You got your soft hard points, and then you got your hard points. Now, and this is your stamina bar, your soft and your hard, and then this is your food stomach, how much food you got into you. So, when you start doing stuff, this will go down. Well, this goes down all the time anyways, very slowly, but the more activities you do, that goes down faster, and then you use food that you make in the game, either by fishing or hunting or harvesting crops or just actually, digging in the dirt. Just right click on there and I can't do anything. Okay. Still can't do anything. What do I need, a bush or something? Wow, that's weird. I can't do anything. Well, you search the ground for some edibles, usually roots or berries. You don't have to eat bugs or anything. So like when you see this, it's going down. Sprinting. That goes down. And the more of the bottom bar you got makes this top bar recharge faster. Same with your health hit points. You take some damage, this will start chucking down. But the more you have the hard here, the faster this recharges. Now you can make that stuff go down by, falling or getting hit, and that takes out some hard stamp or hard points. Hit P brings up your character menu. That's soft, hard, food, alignments, praying, like praying to your town, which ironically is not on my bar here. I wonder if that's because I've got no. So since I've got 30 points in artisan, it means I can create primitive tools, but you need not bark, but you need like twigs, branches, and stuff on the ground to create the primitive tools, and the tools you use those tools to, well, that's why I've got that, because I've got 30 in artisan. That this is the first tier, second, third, fourth. So on my main, I went digging. I've got this, and I've got these two unlocked. But that's using up all my points. I can't do any of this other stuff. So on this guy, I want to do nature's lore, and then I don't want to touch herbalism, but I want to do some farming, advanced farming, and then cooking. Like nature's lore, you start at 0. Like my hunting's at 0, so I can actually go fishing and fish for food and whatnot. But since we already preloaded nature's lore at 30, that unlocks the first 0 on farming. Now you see the 30, 60, 90, and 100. The way the game is set up, I've got to get my nature's lore, the box to the left of the skill, to 60. Once I get this to 60, then I can actually take farming all the way up to 100. The rule of thumb is the skill to the left has to be a minimum of 60 for you to go all the way to 100. So like advanced farming, if I want to get this past 30, because it's got to be at least 30 points. So like this is 30, so I've got 30 nature's lore right now. So for me to get from 0 to 30, I got to get this to 60, nature's lore to 60. Excuse me. So to get advanced farming, now once I get farming up to 30, right, it will automatically unlock this 0 of advanced farming. Now, the advanced farming, when I want to get this up to 30, I got to get regular farming up to 60. What do you mean? Everything to the left got to be a minimum of 60 for the skills on the right to go past 30 or to get unlocked 30 and up. Let's just put it that 30 and up. So if I want to get up and eventually I want to do cooking, maybe brewing, but mainly cooking. For me to get from 0 to 30, my advanced farming has to be at 60. Now, once I get farming up to 30, 0 cooking and 0 brewing unlocks. But for me to get these to 30, I got to get advanced farming to 60. Just 60. I mean, I could take it up to 90 if I want, or 100 if I want, but minimum is 60 for the skills here to the left. So this has got to be 60, this has got to be 60, this has got to be 60 for me to get cooking past 60 to like 90 or 100, or brewing for that matter. And that works for every skill in this tree, well, with the exception of forestry, because that stops right here. That's its own little tier two. Does that make sense? It took us a while to figure that out at first, but once we did, it's just grinding. It's just playing the game, doing the thing over and over and over again. Nature's lore is basically um, grabbing shit off the ground, which I can't seem to do right here. I should be able to right click. Well, I gotta find a bush or something. Oh, what's that? Maple tree? Okay, and there's a log right there. Somebody cut down a log. What are these totems? Idols. Somebody built this. Idol, I'm not going to be able to say that. Symphony, the sleeping one. There's two of them. Now I should be able to pray to these on my general skills. Was it this one? No, no, this one. Petey, praise to your God. We'll throw that right there. Yeah, and then I should be able to, if it works. I mean, you see in the system window here, it says you need to pray with greater fervor. That means I can't basically pray to this idol. But if I created my own idol and threw it up, then I would be able to, ooh, then I would be able to, build my deity up, my praying skills up with my idol. So right now, I'm gathering branches from this tree right here. We just walked up to the tree and right clicked it and then, gather branch. And you can see in the system window that my nature's lore is increasing by 0.00509. That last one was 0.00534. And we started at 30.00. And I've grabbed what four or five nature lore skills already, and it's only raised it up 0.03, 0.04, and I picked up 8 branches. Now we use the branches. You click this little button right here in the inventory, right? So you listen to your regular screen, hit I to bring up your inventory, click this button to start the little crafting window. These are all the primitive tools you can make. Having 30 in artisan. That's why the game makes everyone start with a minimum of 30 in artisan. That way, you can create primitive tool. Because you need the primitive tools. These guys here, all these are primitive tools to make all this stuff. Slings, torches, shovels, saws, axes. So you use axes to dig for rocks and ore. Use the saw naturally to cut wood. Shovel to raise and lower the ground, terraforming. Sling is a weapon. Torch is basically a torch, but you can use a torch to demolish items. Snare trap is to catch wildlife that you can slaughter for meat, for cooking. Let's see. Knife is used for skinning. Hammer is used for construction. Fishing is naturally fishing. Crucible and stick is for smelting. Axe is to chop woods, and sickle is for plants, right? But you need branches that you gather from trees. Just run up to a tree, like this hazel tree right here. You can right click and then inspect. And this contains the following useful. It contains 4 bark, 12 branches, 16 nuts, and 4 hazel sprouts. Wow, that's an awesome major hazel tree. So we just right click, gather a branch. Now, normally when you first start, it'll be just plus ones. You click on it and it only gathers one branch. But if you click this right here, it's a little squiggly line or sideways laying down S, that means infinite times until the resource runs out of said item. So gather branch, and what did it say there was on there? 12 branches. So I will just literally keep on gathering branches until all 12 branches are removed from the tree and it's in my inventory. Now, supposedly, if it was working, which it doesn't seem like it is at the moment, is you just right click on the ground and that's where you get your flintstone and your um this stuff here. Let me plant fiber and flintstone by right clicking on the ground and clicking on search for materials. Now I'm going to need a sickle for farming. I believe so, sickle, and I'll definitely need a shovel for terraforming because you need the ground to be flat or well, somewhat flat, reasonably flat. So like shovel for instance, you need a branch, you need one flintstone and one plant fiber to be able to craft a primitive shovel. Now I've got 20 branches right now. Supposedly, oh, that's a hazel tree. Supposedly, and I'm trying to find a bush so I can demonstrate the right clicking mechanism. Um, no, there's like no bushes anywhere. Oh, is that one? No, no. Well, this looks like farmland right here. Gather flax. I need a sickle to get flax. Just like that, so I definitely have to, you know, get a sickle for farming because that's what I want to do on this tune. I want to do farming. Yeah, it sounds pretty tedious and boring, but farming allows you to make food, and with the food, you can, the higher quality food you create, the more, well, the multiplier. Like you can make two times skill level experience, or two times experience food, three times, four times, five times, depending on how many ingredients you make with the food. But it's all contingent on your skill level of cooking, right? Can cook the following simple recipes, 1 to 2 ingredients. Well, everyone can do that at basic cooking. But once you get up to 30 in cooking, then you can make 3 ingredients. 60, you can make 4 ingredients. And then you can add spices with a chance to discover 5 ingredient recipes. 90, you can cook 5 ingredient recipes, but you need a blueprint, and you get the blueprint from the previous level. And then 100 cooking is just a luck bonus, stirring seasoning the food. And seasoning, um, adds the quality to the food so you can, you know, get the 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times experience boost in crafting or combat. I haven't even touched the combat tree yet. So the combat skills has its own skill cap. crafting has its own skill cap, and you can see it's at 210. Once you increase your intellect, you get extra skill points, right? So, and I forgot exactly what it is that raises the intellect, but the higher your intellect goes, the more skill point pull you get. I believe on my main, it's like 426 is the skill cap, but the combat tree is completely separate from the crafting tree. So these are your basic combat stuff. Um, so I went footman. That means at level 0 footman, I can use, as like a training axe and a shield. And since I put all my points for the combat into that, it automatically unlocks level 30. So now I can use these items and actually wear these items. Nova skill armors, can use a buckler, shields. But 60 is not unlocked. Now the same thing with the crafting tree, the combat tree uses. So for me to get, well, I can get footman to 60. I'm at 55 right now. But the swordsman, I unlock swordsman at 0 because this is at 30. But for me to get this to 30, I got to get this to 60. Once I get footman to 60, then I can take swordsman all the way up to level 100 if I want. Excuse me. And then you got the Huskarl, and I can use one-handed piercing weapons and maces, and I get to level 30, and I can equip all this badass looking gear and shit. 60, ooh, whack some heads with that baby, huh? And look at this, can equip royal scale armors. Another whole combo, overhead left slash overhead or overhead right slash overhead. This combo ends with a powerful strike effect. Oh, I would love to see that. And then at level 100, you get a trick move. But your combat skills are separate from these, but they both use intellect to increase this cap. Does that make sense? And then these are your general skills. And we don't really use these. I mean, this one here, yeah, because, little greeting. Let's see, there's a welcome here, right here.
Hell, I'm glad to welcome you.
Hell, I'm glad to welcome you. A little dance. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we touched the crafting skills. This is the reason why I'm creating this second tune, so I can go up nature's lore and do some farming, get up to cooking and brewing. And we touched the combat skills. So I'm going to go footman on this guy. So all I need is 5 more points. And believe me, it's not like you just bang it out an hour. It'll probably take me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, I'm guessing, to get that last 5 points in footman. But once I get this baby up to level 60, then I can take these. I can take this all the way to 100 if I want, or if I want to get over to the Huskarl and to get past 30, I got to get this guy to 60, and then I can take this one all the way up to 100 if I want. So that's the combat, that's the crafting. These are general skills. This is your hard, soft stamina. We discussed all that. Strength, carry extra stones, agilities, like combat, movement, speed. Constitution increases your hard hit points and soft hit points. Intellect increases your skill points. Willpower increases your hard stamina and your soft stamina. That's the yellow bar here, right? And it also increases your carry weight. Right now, I've got 130 carry weight. We can carry more than that, but once we do, we actually take a penalty. Wow, I can't even spit that out. Pen, pen, penalty. Yeah, penalty. There we go. We're spitting it out now. Penalty of your movement speed by going past, like mine is 130. But once you increase your willpower, it increases your inventory. And I think on my main, I got it up to 149. So, I mean, it's definitely helps getting your willpower up so you can have that extra carry weight, especially when you're a crafter. Having that extra weight definitely helps for sure. So we discuss all the stuff. That skilled stuff. We'll worry about that later. Stats. So all these stats can only max out at 150, and it's 150, with the exception of luck. And you increase your luck by wearing rings and amulets. And you can see I'm basically, you know, naked except for the starting outfit that you can't remove, and then this right here, the North rags that they give me. But if I die, I lose these North rags, and then I'm just wearing the default skin. This is the default skin for the slabbard. These like weird looking pants. Well, it sounds like there's a horse over there. Like I said, there's people who live on Newbie Island. I don't know why you would want to live on Newbie Island when you got the whole game server world to go explore and join guilds and have fun and raiding and fighting and grinding and crafting and building and yada yada yada. Why would you want to be on Noob Island? That makes no sense to me. This is Noob Island. You can't really see any terraforming here. Not like the regular game map island or game maps, because there's islands on those game maps. But the regular game maps, when people build stuff, you can actually see it right here on the map and shit. That's one of the very gratifying things is seeing the work that you created in the game so everyone else can see too. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and call that a good first episode, good introduction to Life is Feudal. Next episode, we'll get running over to the blue light and join the actual game server. I play on the Tellman server, so this is a farm. This is what you see in the game. I should be able to, gather potatoes if I had. Well, I need a shovel to gather a potato because it's dug in the ground. But those carrots or cabbage, these are cabbages, I think, over here, right? Gather cabbage. I need a sickle. So hopefully once we get to the actual game server, when I right click on the ground, it should be an option here that says gather materials. And that's what we need to use with branches to make these primitive tools. So I can eventually do some farming. All right. So hit the like button, subscribe. Wow. Whatever that is getting closer. Sound like it might be a duck, or not a duck, but a sheep. Anyways, till next time, thanks for watching. Pang signing out.
I can see